Hi everybody, this is Felix here. I am changing my structures now, and I'm coming to deliver the monthly energy report in video format, and I will get to you about that during this video. So thank you so much for joining today. I'm really grateful that you have found your way to me and that I have found my way to you to connect. Okay, so upcoming in April, the first thing I have been kind of pushed to look at for the collective would be like an extension of restructuring and remodeling. So within this, not only are we kind of looking at our inner world, but we're kind of also working more so throughout the outer world as well. So we're going to be experimenting with new things, so trying new things to see how well our old patterns are working, and yet if we can adapt into something new to kind of push the boundaries into areas of discomfort that we're not necessarily used to. I feel this is kind of major for our shift to step up our evolution, to step up our progress, and to really move into the new directions that we've been asking for, we've all been asking for, to kind of open up new doorways and open up new pathways for us. So it always starts with us and never anyone else. It's always going to be us looking to transform parts of our lives to get us moving forward. So here I am doing a video energy report rather than my usual written. I was shown through over the past month or so that things are going to be changing quite drastically, and it's time to kind of move with the flow and evolve along that pathway. So trying new things. I'm making these video reports now to connect to you, and you can kind of tap in to my body, to my energy whilst you're reading this, and then you might be able to start feeling in your own internal dialogue as to and where to transform within yourself and where you should be moving in your new direction. Okay, so a big part of that is breaking out of old patterns and old routines. So as a lot of my clients know and my friends know, that I've quit my job. I quit my job last month. That I was shown actually that I would only be in that position for 2 years, and then I would be going into healing full time. So this is a big kind of transition period for myself as well, that started through at the beginning of March and went on to, what day is it now, the 24th, through the equinox, where we birth into that new motion of light. Yeah, so breaking out of old patterns and routines, and really when we start to do that, we kind of grow in a way and recognize new levels and layers of our sovereignty that we are intending to claim back. So the more we kind of focus on recognizing these patterns and breaking through them this month, and the months to come as well, because it's not just going to be a monthly thing. This will be an ongoing extension, as it was March time, breaking out of the old job patterns and standing up for oneself. This month is really a push to go through that discovery of what feels right for you and what works for you best. Okay, so again, it's a big game of trial and error. So I'm not saying necessarily quit your job and try something completely new, but start building in these new things into your routine, building in these really testing the waters with new models that you have been mulling over in your mind. So when you kind of get these concepts of, oh, I could maybe try this or I could try that, these are the new constructs that could potentially be potentialities for you to work with in your own fields. So yeah, trial and error, journaling, and syncing through your intuition with this as well. This will be a very key part to play. Okay. So as we kind of work with the intuition, we start recognizing and feeling within ourselves as to what is going to feel good, what's going to work, and not to necessarily give up on the first go. So it's important to kind of take note of what's going on. How does it feel? See how aligned it is with you. If you can tap into that clairvoyance, if you can tap into your feeling, does it feel good? If it does, go with it, see what happens. Very, very important to kind of sync up to that with this process and journal it. It's always good. I mean, I've got books and books and books on my bed at the moment that I just journal in to monitor and see the progressions and see where we're going. Okay, so that being said, it's very important to recognize and understand that your restructuring and remodeling is only tailored to you. It only really matters for you because it is your own progression. So as we work through that, what I would say is, or what I am saying, is that it's really a kind of moving out of your comfort zone, but also not allowing other people's opinions to dictate how you should move and how you should navigate in your own life. So that in and of itself is a pattern that many people are struggling with at the moment, especially as we're all trying to become sovereign. I feel it's so important to kind of recognize where this stems from and how to navigate through this. And in turn, as you begin to become more comfortable with letting go of what these people necessarily think, this pushes forward into more of like an ego death. So we are releasing in the process. I can literally feel that coming off my mind now. Yeah, letting go of what people think will result in rebirth through your own field, through your own structure. So then we've got that light expression that we can play with again into building into something that's really most beneficial for you. That's somewhere that you can work in your highest expression. So, yeah, so that is really one of the main focuses of March. It's a big push to restructure and remodel and step further into sovereignty through experimentation. So yeah, okay. Ooh. So the second thing that came up this month is I went into vision. I think it was around the 17th. And what happened in this vision was I was taken upon a ship, and on this ship there was a meeting taking place. So within this meeting, it was basically discussing the progressions for Earth and what will be coming over the next 3 months, really. So I'm going to touch on a small amount of it. because there is other things that will develop later on that I'll have to bring in when the time is right. So the first point of call was on this meeting. It was upon the ship of the Galactic Federation of Light. And it was a meeting with multiple starseeds, multiple channels, who can kind of tune into this energy and be there. So during this meeting, what was discussed is that over the next 3 months and kind of beyond, but really this was the focus for the next 3, was the fluctuation of disorder. Now, I mean, how can you say there's more disorder coming when we've literally seen craziness for the past 2 years? So it will just be a kind of progression of that, as we've come through quite a major energy signature of the equinox, birthing all of that fresh energy, and it now coming into the collective. So what was said was basically, it was a call to the starseeds to really gather with the brothers and sisters who have recently become aware, become understanding of the world that we live in. It's a progression of revolution through the world, and we're called to join them in a way where they are holding a specific vibration of revolution, potential anger, don't really feel destruction, but in a way, yes, but no. So the destruction of the old systems is what they want to get rid of. So yeah, but the destruction of the buildings, I'm going to say no. So these fluctuations of disorder are really rising. And what I was told, or what we were told collectively there, was we are to work with our focused intention, working with the people alongside them, to grow the numbers in masses, but to work with our focused intention of love vibration to harness this love, to direct that revolution into the new earth that we're desiring, that we want, and how we can kind of utilize this utilize this kind of fiery energy to create positive change, but without leaving a trail of destruction behind. That's what I'd say. So that being said, it would be a case of marching with and going into meditation or prayer, into bringing the intention, bringing the gnosis of the new earth to connect with this. So we're going to merge them together to create that visual, that life that we deserve, that we desire. So yeah, so it's kind of moving into that kind of way over the next 3 months. So we're looking towards coming up to the solstice. Now, alongside that, we've got another quite important date, which is April 12th, which I will get to momentarily. But this will also be a key date for this expansive, transformational energy to come in. So I will get to that in a moment. So really, then as we move on from that now, from that meeting, we're going to be looking towards the third topic, which is success to the forefront. Now, I thought this was quite weird coming in, but what I have received upon this is that new projects, new business deals, legal cases, anything that is working towards a positive outcome, a service to others outcome, has got so much more potentiality for the win. So when I was looking into this, I'm seeing a lot of victories through independent businesses, let's say. A little struggles at first, don't get me wrong, but that's normal. But really, it's like I feel it to be as the energy is balancing out between I'm going to say capitalism and grassroots. So these independent people, these people of the light with their good intentions, are really rising up and getting that recognition that they deserve. They are being seen and being heard, and positive change is coming. So yeah, so that was something that was really nice to hear coming through. I'm just looking at my meditation notes. So yeah, again, with all of that, it's also a game of stepping out of the comfort zone, which we're going to see as quite a big progression through April, which also goes down into the healing side of things as well. And we're looking at certain fears that have been keeping us back and keeping us in control. So there will also be a lot of resistance that's coming up to release. Multiple topics, really. Okay, so as we go to the final topic of today, which is the April 12th, which is the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in Pisces. Now, on this day, on the 12th, we're really looking to a massive expansion of our psychic abilities, our psychic awareness. Now, as I look into this date, I was also shown a huge influx of codes that are connecting into the galactic bodies, to bridge that further connection that we need to kind of move forwards on our progressions, move forwards into our true authentic self. Yeah, the conjunction will also be a huge turning point to release these older constructs of our minds. So again, working with the first topic, the restructuring and the remodeling of ourselves, it's a huge point that kind of all links together. All links together to, sorry, I'm just trying to tune in here a little bit more. it all links together towards this rebirth pattern where we can let go of that old identity that we had, that identity crisis that isn't our true self, it's not in alignment with our true selves. And simply, it's time to let go, basically. Yeah, so a lot of this is all coming in, and probably the next step towards that as well would be looking at the manifestation potentialities that we have coming in over this next 3 months, particularly around this period of April 12th and the solstice and the equinox. But we're just a bit past the equinox now. So yeah, it's we've got a lot of potential to build what we wish to create. And then looking back to the point before the success to the forefront, this is perfect time to kind of bring that gnosis and that acknowledgement of success, that and build that feeling, building that energy into that manifestation to harness and build the trajectories that we wish to move forwards. Okay, so yeah, so that's looking like a really, really interesting month so far. We're also looking at this influx of codes that's going to be coming in. This is a huge point for like a deep spiritual cleanse. So we're looking at the shadow sides of ourselves, and taking that expansion of Jupiter to work into harnessing and seeing the areas of ourselves that we can now let go of, that we can love, to release. Okay, so that is what I'm getting so far. It's only March 24th. So I will see how this goes and then potentially do an update on the second half of the month, and we can see the potential. Okay, now if you wish to receive healing and activation, you may place your palms facing upwards in your lap, the sign for receiving. And begin to take a deep breath. Breathing in pink spheres of light into the heart, into the body. Nikia hotram namata poyotus noskia haash. Narietia na esmejipia auto onos no okia haau. Tariam na ayatia sna atapoyatia. Sedresna etia shna atapayamana. Na kioros na otaposh na otipia ai. Saatia na na as. Okay, streaming through platinum gold light, through the horizontal, through the vertical, meeting together at the heart. Nayatiam namat payutui, sikiarasna snat payantam, nashmahat parasna atiekia huntuui, horia aha ataya akia hokos no utopia. Golden seals expanding through the heart. A stream of golden yellow key codes of the source angelic merging through the body, through the vertical axes, aligning to the heart. refractions of light in pink and green, magenta, emerald, tonal arc light spins through the heart, through the toroidal field. Releasing out the grey intonations. Restoration of the tubes of light. Tonal arc signatures merge through the ranges. Iridescent, pearlescent, white spheres of light. Spin through the flower of life, geometry. As this sinks into the waves. Shifting syncopation. Synthesizing the modulus. Nayam namatapayus mushni ikiaho botoyeve. Crystal flowers birthing through the heart. Tonal light inflections begin to join into the cellular body, bridging union to the solar body. To the human. Instantiating the light of the Maitreya. Nayam namai mashmotapo yatiya kya tarasna snatapayatiya. Thank you so much for watching. I will look forward to hearing from you all, speaking. I will leave below in the blog the Telegram channel details, and I will also leave the update the events that will be coming through March. We will have one for the April 12th and one on the 22nd, I believe. Thank you all. Hope you have a wonderful day, week, month. Bye.